Russian state TV is the main source of news for millions of Russians, so many of them believe the Kremlin's claim that Russia was forced to act in Ukraine to defend Russian speakers against what it calls genocide. But the citizens living outside Russia, many of those are trying to send other accounts of the Ukrainian war to their relatives back home.
The story that she believes is that Russia is the savior for the Slavic world.
This is Andrei Nokrin. From his home in Seattle, via WhatsApp, he recently sent his mother in Moscow a clip that went viral in the West of a television editor interrupting a live Russian state-run news bulletin to protest the Ukraine invasion.
I've done it to try to help her to see the other side and to just maybe have her own thoughts on the events that are happening, not just the propaganda she might be getting from the TV.
But his mother said the protest looked fake, as if it had been staged with a green screen. It is an example of how Russian Americans are sending their relatives in the homeland accounts of the war in Ukraine, trying to counter the misinformation coming from Russian state media. But it's an uphill battle. Reuters interviews with 11 Russian Americans suggest that, as with the case of Nokrin's mother, support for Russia and belief that it's doing the right thing runs deep.
That Putin's special military operation is helping the Russians to fight off Ukrainian nationalists that are a threat to the Russian population there. She really thinks they are on a mission to help.
State TV, the main source of news for many millions of Russians, closely follows the Kremlin line that Russia was forced to act in Ukraine to demilitarize and denazify the country.
Definitely sure that she's getting her information from the state-run TV. That television forms her opinion, that television forms the explanation of what is happening in the world.
Nokrin has sent his relatives pictures of injured Ukrainian children, dead Russian soldiers, and bombed-out apartment buildings and hospitals.
Mostly it's been lack of response or ignoring, answering or changing the topic. But from my conversation with her, or even some messages, she has a different opinion.
Russian state TV did not respond to a Reuters request for comment. The Kremlin declined to comment. Russia cracked down on the press last month, passing a law that bans what it calls the, quote, public dissemination of deliberately false information, making dissent in Russia even more dangerous. Offenders face up to 15 years in jail, leaving it up to Russians abroad like Andrei Nokrin to try to give relatives a real picture of Russia's war raging next door and the suffering it's caused.